Yo, what up, my tubers? Here we back for some more drafting on Arena. Some more of this Baldur's Gate. Ha ha ha. Baldur's. Ha ha. So clever in the comments section. Let's see here. What do we got? Opened a Gale's Redirection. This is a really fun counterspell. It's expensive, but it does have a very strong ability. Other good choices: Druid of the Emerald Grove, Bronze Walrus. That's about it. This is the safest pick, right? Just a colorless ramper that scries you 2 when it ETBs. Druid is fantastic, though. I love the fixing and the potential, ramp that this provides. I kind of want to draft the Gale's Redirection, though. Everybody says not to draft blue, but, I mean, why listen to other people? Let's take a fun rare. You get to counter something and then cast it yourself. Seems good enough to me. Moving into pick number 2. Probably not going to take a blue card here. The Looter seems alright, but I don't think you need to take any of these other blue cards very early. Best cards here are probably like the land. I guess Vampire Spawn's pretty good. Orb is decent, I found. I've actually been super impressed with Vampire Spawn. I mean, it was always just a good card in a regular AFR, and it always tends to do more work than you would think. Like, the drain's pretty relevant. Yeah, it just seems to do a lot of work. Let's take it here. Let's take the Vampire Spawn, passing a bunch of blue cards. Expect to wheel a bunch of blue cards. Maybe a little blue-black nonsense or something. I don't know. Pick number 3 gives us, what, a Corlessa? Is blue-green dragons any good? It does have 4 toughness for 2 mana. That's not terrible. Rhyme Shield Giant's a solid 5-drop. Deadly Dispute's pretty solid. War Caller's good. Actually, all of these red cards are pretty solid overall. Why not, though? I haven't done blue-green dragons before. Let's take this thing. Baseline, it's a 2-mana 1/4 that you get to look at the top of your library, so maybe not ideal, but you get to cast some dragons from it. I mean, that seems pretty nice. Owlbear here, 4th pick seems like an easy choice. Goggles of Night are slow, but they're good. I mean, you really need the evasive creatures to make this any good, but yeah, Owlbear seems like an easy 4th choice here. Just a great 5-drop. Exile target spell, roll a d20, add that spell's mana value. Run to 14, you may cast it as long as it remains exiled, you may spend any mana, and then 15 plus is where you really want it. You get to cast the card without paying its mana cost. Hey, and I guess here, you know, if people are avoiding blue actively, then you probably can get a lot of the good blue cards in the set, right? Like Krydle here, 5th pick seems good. Blue Dragon's decent. Maybe Sultai is also a thing. I mean, it's not too hard to splash in this format, and Krydle is a huge overperformer as well, so... yeah, well, we'll try something new. I mean, I haven't been doing well the last couple of drafts, so... maybe it's time to change things up and do some better stuff. I'll reiterate again. I am not the biggest fan of Alchemy drafts overall, but this one is much better than New Capenna. And even though I am not the biggest fan of this format, it's completely reasonable. And I'm not trying to, you know, spit in... yuck your yum, spit in your pie. What other phrases can I come up with that are weird? So if you enjoy this format, don't let me hold you back, right? Like, this format's okay. It's better to draft, in my opinion, than Capenna. It's not my most favored format, but that doesn't mean I can't enjoy myself playing it, so... just to get that out of the way. Move into pick number 6. Undersimplify has been really, really good for me. Charm Sleep is okay. I found Charm Sleep, though, a lot worse in this Alchemy format. Seems there are better ways to deal with creatures that are locked down with enchantments, whether they be flicker effects or other ways to blow up enchantments or whatever. I think this was better in regular AFR than it was in the Alchemy AFR, so I'm going to take the 2-mana counter. Summon Undead here versus some random green creatures. Line up a shot also fine. think I want to take the first summon undead, though. If we're playing black, I think this is usually worth picking up at least one of. Okay, into perhaps a... I'm not a big fan of this counter. Druidic Ritual is fine. I guess we could still be heavier green-black. The green-black self-mill deck is not too shabby. Yeah, that's probably okay. There's not too much in that pack anyways. Alright, basically all the blue cards on the wheel, but we're going to take the Basilisk here as a good early blocker, I think. Navigation Orb came back, and a bunch of the blue cards did as well. I wonder if I'm supposed to take Orb here for the fixing. I like the Elemental, I like the Librarian, I like the Looter, but... I mean, all these cards are playable for us. I'm going to go with the fixing, even though this one's a little bit weak. Poison the Blade, maybe... Here's another good self-mill card if we wanted that. Although Hypnotic Pattern has also been another decent trick because of the Perpetual. But I think we'll take the black card. Card draw over Beholder seems good. Alright. Pack number 2 now. What did we get? Ooh, I was about to sneeze, sorry. I was trying to... trying to get the sneeze out, which is why I was pausing there for a second. Anyway, Bronze Walrus, Pilgrim's Eye, probably our best two options, eh? I feel like the Pilgrim's Eye generally is a little bit better than Walrus, just because if the Pilgrim's Eye dies, you've already gotten the value, whereas the Walrus, right, if they kill it, sure, you get Scry too, but then the mana is gone. And I mean, this is a nice flyer. I think both of these are reasonable pickups, but I'm going to go with the Pilgrim's Eye here. Jeez, Clement is so good. Fortunately for us, we do have a cast down we get to take, but man, anytime somebody plays this on turn 2, it just feels so bad. 2 mana 2/2, specialize 2. When it ETBs, creature cards in your hand perpetually get +1/+1. Very, very gross. I wonder if that's almost worth just taking for a splash because of how strong it is, actually. Cast down's too good here, though. That's fine with me. Passing a Dragonfire there as well. Easy Grim Bounty. Alright, we're getting some good removal. There goes another Pilgrim's Eye, but no big deal. Gorian the Wise. Whenever you cast an adventure, copy it. It's a safe pick here, just like a Guildsworn Prowler. Or a Seagate Tower. Gate to Sea Tower. The more I look at it, though, the more it looks like we're cutting blue or green. Black's definitely going to be one of our mains. So it's probably just safest to take like the Prowler here. This is a good 2-drop. Yeah, let's do that. Mind Spike, another Vampire Spawn I think I like taking here. I'll take as many Vampire Spawns as they give me. Oh, dang, a Kalane there as well. But this just looks like another Pilgrim's Eye. I mean, I guess the splash is easy enough now. We've got some good fixing for sure. Sadly, this Corlessa is doing literal nothing. 0 dragons? Yeah. I guess we're blue-black. The green's pretty weak. Nice. Young blue dragon here, not bad. And there goes a Band Together and a Herd Gorger, but that's okay. Like I said, I want to try drafting the blue anyways, since everybody says it's so bad. That means our Navigation Orb's probably not necessary. This card's not playable, is it? 2 mana 1/3 that you can pay 8 to draw 2 cards. So it's basically a do-nothing until super late in the game. I don't know about that one. Pattern here versus a Wizened Githzerai. Whenever it becomes blocked by a creature, yeah. Aggro 2-drop in blue seems really weird. I don't think that's worth taking. I'll take the trick. I guess our best possible card to get would be Tasha, of course. We do need some more win cons, though. Right now, all of our creatures are pretty dinky. Okay, there's a Frost Giant. Good enough to take for sure. I mean, we still have a third pack to go, and with double Pilgrim's Eye, a couple treasure producers, and the navigation orb if we want to, it's not going to be too hard to splash something if we see something worthy of it. But we're really not getting all that much, are we? Lizard Folk Librarians, I guess, is playable. Bounce versus Unblockable. I like Mind Spike. Could actually wheel a second one, right? I think there were 2 going around. 10 creatures so far in 18 cards. Surprisingly, this would be a good Blur deck, too. The 3-mana Flicker effect. We have 2 Spawn, 2 Pilgrim Eye. And it can just protect your creature in a pinch. Yeah, there's that other Mind Spike. Let's do that. Alright, pack 3. Well, we didn't open a Tasha, but we did get Astarion, the Decadent, and this card is, man, so nice. I've loved this one every single time I get it, and again, super easy splash with what we already have. 3 great uncommons here for us too. Saravok and Juvenile Mist Dragon, both top tier, I think, and then Bone Collar, just a solid value card. Easy splash on the Astarion, though. Definitely not going to pass that one. Into a third Pilgrim's Eye? Or would we rather have Imp or Air Cult Elemental at this point? We already have 2 Pilgrim's Eyes, but we did see the last Air Cult Elemental wheel. Wonder if I'm still supposed to just take this, though. I don't think the Nefarious Imp is anything impressive. Yeah, I'll just take a third Pilgrim's Eye and see if we can wheel the Air Cult Elemental. Oh, OG's a nice pickup here, too, if we wanted. I mean, there is a Grim Bounty, which is obviously just top-tier black removal, but because we're already planning on splashing the Astarion, like, OG is quite nice as well, right? Especially with some of the creatures that I have to flicker. No, I think this is a better pick. Removal quality, then, maybe a little bit low. Grim Bounty is just safe, but OG is, like, super value. I'm gonna take the OG. I might end up regretting that, obviously, but I think I like that. Get a Draconic Lore here. With only 1 dragon in the deck now. That's kind of unfortunate. So 6 mana to draw 3. Is that good enough? Probably. We're not going to play Thieves' Tools. I guess we could splash Minimus Containment, but like I said, enchantment removal in this format has proven to be really weak. I'll take the card draw effect. Into another Rime Shield Frost Giant, or we could splash the Icewind Stalwart as well. Like, if the OG's good in the deck, then the Stalwart presumably is as well, right? Like, all of our 3-drop creatures there are just good flickers. I could definitely see taking that. But you can't really go wrong with Giant. I mean, this is just a big beater. Nah, let's take another Giant. Couple Trellisaras going around, another late Dragonfire, 6-pick. I guess I'll take the Looter now over Eyes of the Beholder, and that also makes our Draconic Lore a little bit better. Another Librarian, a Manticore. Take the Manticore. I don't know if we're going to end up playing it. Okay, 8th pick. We get some good ones. Bone Collar. Another Undersimplify, Imp, and Shambling Ghast, all reasonable. I mean, I feel like the counterspell's best here, surprisingly. Just so many big spells in this format. Ooh, as we wield a Deadly Dispute, too. Nice. It's good with our Pilgrim's Eyes. Alright, I could probably cut Hypnotic Pattern, or whatever that's called. More Corlessas. Ghoul? Could almost splash the Rescuer Chwinga instead. I don't think the Ghoul's any good in our deck. This card's really good. 2 mana 2/2 flash. When it ETBs, you can bounce a permanent you control to your hand. Especially nice if you have a lot of those gate lands. Which, I don't have any, but We have some good cards to bounce. Would I call this an Esper Blink deck? Kind of. Almost wondering if I can get away with 16 lands instead of 17. Could probably do that. I don't think it'd be that greedy. Which means we would only need to find, what, 2 more cuts here if I'm running all of these. I think one of the Mind Spikes can probably be shaved. Oh no, I would only need 1 cut. Okay. Creature count, 15. Average casting cost, 3.3. Is this enough win cons? Seems fine to me. Okay, we'll give this a shot. 2 planes is probably right. And then baseline 7/7 and decide if we want to alter it from there. Since we have the 2 or 3 Pilgrim's Eyes, I think I can go a little bit heavier if I wanted to on the splash colors. That seems okay. Sure, let's do this. All right. Fun little Esper Blink deck here in Baldur's Gate draft. I don't know if this deck is any good, but seems like we can do some powerful stuff. Hoping the counter spells, the Undersimplifies, can act as cheap removal for like bombs. Put around 1 here. On the play. Looks like a good hand to me. I mean, not much in the way of a win con here, but cheap interaction, a couple Pilgrim's Eyes for mana, and a Deadly Dispute to potentially sack one of them away. Hey, there's an OG as well. Nice. Okay. Definitely going to go ahead and counter Viconia. Pilgrim's Eye for a swamp here, I guess. Makes the most sense to me. Since we have like 2 black cards in our hand we might want to cast anyways, and then Pilgrim's Eye can find another island in case we do draw one of our giants or our 5-mana counter spell, whatever that called again. The Bone Color. Seems like this is probably the turn to go for the librarians. When we get to scry, find some lands, perhaps. Okay. Yeah, that seems fine. Keep the giant, bottom the Pilgrim's Eye. We can go Pilgrim's Eye plus Mind Spike next turn if we want to, although we really want to cast the Mind Spike like after the OG, I feel like, but if they just activate Bone Color Cleric here, we are really happy about that. Alright, they get to take a look at my creatures, and one of them will enter tapped. Sure. I'm gonna lead off on Mind Spike here because they have 2 open mana. Because right now we have a really good attack with the Lizard Folk Librarians, so they must have something in their hand that they're planning on doing. What you got? Nice. So they might not have another effect. Yeah, they don't have another card in their hand then. And that was their plan. I'm pretty good there. And now we know not to attack. Five mana pass. Oh, Rescuer Tringa makes it so it's a good attack. Even if they have a trick, we get to bounce it back, or we can just sack it to Deadly Dispute, depending on what they do. Okay. Interesting. I mean, I don't really care if they kill my librarians. So that's fine, yeah. Don't think it was worth holding open Twinga or the Dispute. I think it was better just to run out the Frost Giant. Again, a 6 mana no plays. So I'm gonna go like this. I'm gonna play the OG pre-combat. And then I'm going to go to attacks, and if they try to do something, I can cast a spell and flicker. The looter's probably okay to keep, but it's a little bit slow, so I'm going to bottom it. Oh, excuse me. What you got here, friend? Glad we haven't seen any bombs from them yet. Fully expect in every Alchemy game that somebody's just going to slam a bomb and run away with it immediately. Oh, they have a Rescuer. Okay. Why are they doing this now? Oh? Okay. I will take that trade. I could have cast one of my 2-mana spells there to trigger the OG, but that's what they have. But that has to connect. So that actually is not a huge problem for us unless they can force through. Let's go ahead and Librarian, get a Scry 2. Cast down. Is that legendary? It is not. We'll draw both of those. Okay. No trample, right? Yeah. Let's go to combat. Smack. I guess I'm gonna spawn here. And then cast down their Brass Giant, or Brass Dragon, and flicker my Vampire Spawn. Oh, that's fine. Just returning it to their hand, sure. I guess it was a little bit risky for me to attack with the Pilgrim's Eye in case they drew the Indestructible card. Because then they would get a hit in, but... I mean, presumably with the OG and the Vampire Spawns, we were going to be able to just drain them out even if they did get a hit, so... That was a slightly loose attack with the Pilgrim's Eye, but it ended up working. I'm glad they didn't get their bomb down until we had already full control in the game. Move on to game number 2 here. Slightly awkward hand, but with Pilgrim's Eye, it's a must-keep, especially on the play. I might not play Pilgrim's Eye on turn 3. It really depends on if I find another land by then. Because if we draw an island, then we want to find a plains. If we draw plains, we want to draw island, you know? Although that being said, now that I've drawn Looter and Undersimplify, I think it is correct just to grab island. Plus, we have a bunch more fixing effects in our deck anyway, so... Let's see. I think this turn we do spawn. And then next turn we play Looter, hold up counter. I think the majority of the scary cards you're not worried about until later on. Okay. It's a good draw. So let's go Looter here and just pass. I think I double block that if they attack. Oh, they didn't. Sea Tower Imprisonment. So in response, we're gonna sack that. I don't think I undersimplified the tower. Let's go with the big ol' 4/5 here and hold up counter. I don't want to play out Astarion until I think I can hold up Undersimplify. Alright, so make them pay the ward. And then after the ward is resolved, get him with the under. Perfect. That takes away my only white source, but that's certainly worth it. Oh, that's actually a really good combo too. That's a really good combo. So we're going to attack with both of these. Presume they're not going to block. They've taken 5 this turn. Now I can activate my Looter. Oh, well. I was going to say, and then discard the Astarion and then summon Undead it, but now since we've drawn it, I guess we'd rather just hardcast, huh? And then deal them an extra 5. That's fine. I mean, that turns off the creature itself, but that does not get rid of the ability. It's a pretty aggressive attack by them, too. They're very close to dead. Yeah, they are very close to dead here. Swinging for 1. OG, gain 2 scry. Trigger OG. Go ahead and get rid of their tower. That's a fun draw, let's keep that. So there you go. Two, 3 flyer. Okay. And a Jaheira. It's a good one. Can I kill them this turn? I'm very close. I can summon Undead my Vampire Spawn, drain them for 2, and then then Astarion would deal them an extra 2. But I guess we want to loot to start off. Does that win? I'm 1 mana short now. Okay. I think we just wait. I think I'll just pass here. Hold up the Gale's redirection, and then next turn we can summon Undead plus cast down. They can use the Jaheira to shoot my Pilgrim's Eye down and gain a life. Gain 4 life, actually, but... Alright, that's good enough to counter. So they only have 3 mana left. Oh? What is this? Alright, I'm gonna no block. Oh, they just have the humiliation? Sure. So that perpetually loses the ability, right? Yeah, so that's just a regular 4/4 now. Krydle wins though, right? Krydle on the Rhyme Shield and attack with the Flyer. Nice. Alright, that works out. I mean, we had a ton of different ways to win that turn, I'm sure, but Krydle was the most straightforward. Okay, nice little 2-0 here. And we will move on to the next game. Moving on to game number 3. How's our hand look? We're on the draw. Hand looks good. No removal, but it's just a solid enough creature curve out, right? Yeah. Green, white. I don't always love to run out cards like Krydle immediately on turn 2. I like sandbagging them for later. But if the opponent doesn't do anything, then we kind of just get some free damage in, you know? Okay, so they were sandbagging to get the trigger. That makes sense. Let's go ahead and Vampire here. Pass. Hopefully I don't have too many good ways to gain life. Well, that's unfortunate. I think what I'm going to do is take the hit since I have a counter in my hand. And then set up for doing something next turn. They clearly have a trick there if they're making that play, right? Get the Librarians online first. Drawing another counter actually seems good. Really hoping they don't have a giant this turn that I don't get to undersimplify. Yeah, see, this is hecka sus. So why would they attack with both? It could be Rally Maneuver then? If it's Rally Maneuver, then double undersimplify wouldn't work. But I think I'm just going to take one more hit. And then maybe just pass with counters open and see what they do. It's also pretty tempting to Pilgrim's Eye here, but I think a double counter might be a... Well, no, I need to develop out. I don't love this, but... They clearly have something, and because I have a couple of tricks, I think I have the capability of... Okay. So, do I want to give them a life and a card if I have to pull out a land? I don't. That Archivist was actually kind of good there. That's good versus my 3 Pilgrim's Eyes, that's for sure. Yikes. Holy crap, of course we draw another. Okay, let's just pass with double counter open. Jeez. I've never seen this rare do anything, but of course versus the triple Pilgrim Eye deck it does. Alright, there's our 5th land. We are in really bad shape. I basically can't play these Pilgrim's Eyes while they have that on the battlefield. If they didn't have Scanos, we'd be fine here, but... that's brutal. Okay. We still don't have good attacks, but... I'm gonna pass and make them scared, hopefully. Pray that the double undersimplify will get them when they try to use their trick here. And then maybe we can stabilize with Astarion. I am not in good shape. Okay. So let's put 2-3 and 2-4 on each of the 2/2s and hope that double counter is going to work out. Or actually, what I should probably do is put 2-4 and 1/1 flyer on the 3/3 Null Hunter. And then, okay. Oh, they're not going to attack. It's fine. Buys us more time, which I think I'm okay with. I'm clearly representing something, but there's so many things that they need to try to play around, so... It's pretty good for us that they're a little bit scared here. That's fine. I think we just want to keep lands for now. They're pretty close to swarming me out, though. Alright, so they're gonna gain life with this. That's gonna pump their Trelasara. Okay. So we're gonna have to make some chumps, but... at least now the undersimplifies are gonna get their trick that we know they have. So let's see. Chump is clear. Probably need to trade with this. Double block. I guess we want to block the Null Hunter because that gets bigger. And then take 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, they didn't do anything. Okay, I mean, I guess they were fine with that. That was a good trade for them after all. And obviously we're still way far behind, yeah. Very awkward. I wonder what the trick is in their hand. I mean, obviously we can't win now. Need to find another land there. Okay, well, slam the Astarion and pass, but that's GG's. I don't know, maybe I should have ran into their trick much earlier. Like, it turns out if I had ran into their trick... No, I don't think we win that game either, honestly. I think this is all just bad for us, no matter which way you cut it. Good game. I feel like I punted there by playing too conservatively, and then I just let them develop out a bunch of creatures. But I couldn't really develop out much. Both my Pilgrim's Eyes were terrible plays because of that stupid 2/2 flash rare that 99% of the time doesn't do anything. And then I could have ran out of Astarion earlier, but then they just get to free roll attack me with their combat trick that we know they have. I don't know. Like, a lot of times it's good to force action. Like on that one turn where they attack the 2/2s into my 2/3 and 2/4, but if I do that at that point, I had nothing to follow up, so I didn't think it was worth it. Good beats. Game 4 now. Not a bad hand on the draw. We do need to find one more land, but if we do, this hand has some real good potential. Nice, we did find the land. So just gonna immediately counter anything they cast this turn. Yep. That's good. Now Pilgrim's Eye can just trade for the captain if they attack with it. Let's go grab the plains, obviously. Okay. We have a nice little curve out here. 2-drop, 3-drop, 4-drop, 5-drop, 6-drop. Both of those look pretty good. Okay, no Dragonfire or anything on OG is a good sign for us. So their main phase pumping so they can attack for 6 and give first strike to the captain. That makes sense. That's fine. I'll go to 13. Go ahead and play out our fat ward creature and smack in. Okay, that's all good for us. So we're gonna lead off on... do we need to clear the board? I guess we don't need to clear their board right now, do we? Can probably just Astarion here if we wanted. Let's do that. I pray that they don't have Deadly Dispute. Oh, they're just pumping. Okay, this is good for us then. Am I dead here? I'm pretty close to dead. We do need to chump some amount, right? Because I would take double the damage back. Yeah. I believe they are dead next turn, though. Unless they gain a bunch of life here. Nice. So yeah, now we go Vampire Spawn. Cast down. Flicker our spawn. Attack them for 10. And then double the damage they've lost. Not bad. Not bad. They went from 21 to -7 or something, right? A decent amount of life lost. 3-1 now. Okay. Got to the ever important 3 wins. I didn't realize until somebody was talking today on stream the difference between 2 wins and 3 wins. Apparently 2 wins you get like 250 gems back. 3 wins you get 1,000, so very, very, very big leap in average. Anyways, on to game number 5. Okay, on to the next game. Be on the play here. Hand looks alright. We won't have access to Undersimplify on turn 2 unless I draw an island, but turn 3 Pilgrim's Eye is good enough. Really want to get a nice Gale's Redirection. Card seems so fun. Slow and dirtily, but so fun. I think we only have 2 planes in this deck, so drew them both naturally. Mono white from the opponent. Would be impressive if they were on a mono color deck. Okay, no more lands, please. Only specifically island I will accept, but if we draw any more swamps, that's really bad. That's a fantastic draw. Wish we had that last turn, but what we're gonna do here is just play our land and pass, and if they keep passing, then I'm gonna just contact end of turn. Really need to draw some more pressure versus them. I guess we'll keep both of those. I'm gonna draw an island here, though. I guess with Grim Bounty in our hand, I can go ahead and run stuff out. I don't need to hold open a counter this turn. It's fine, obviously. They might just be stuck, yeah. They could have like a bunch of black or white cards, or rather black or red cards stuck in their hand, or maybe green cards if they're gaining life. Can trigger the double team. And just play out another librarian scribe or 2. Keep the Astarion. Hey, there's their green mana. They're gonna lead off with a Myconid. So game plan here is just to go Astarion, pass, hold up, Undersimplify, Dispute, and Chwinga. Well, I guess I can't hold open all three, can I? So I guess I'd rather hold up counter and bounce here. Deadly Dispute seems like the least relevant of those cards. It's fine. They could have like band together or something. That's also fine. Alright, well, all of those cards are irrelevant. Oh, baby. That's a great draw. Oh man, they are so close to dead here. Can put them to 2. Alright, seems like it's going to be hard for me to lose this one, but we'll see what they can do with all the cards they have in their hand this turn. That's clearly not good enough. Yeah, that doesn't do anything. Literally none of their cards did anything. Okay. Guess I should be grateful. Alright, GG's. Yeah, pretty unexciting game there. We didn't even get to cast our Gale's Redirection, but I guess if you don't need to cast that, that's probably a good sign. Alright, 4-1 now. Feels Gucci, baby. Let's keep the good times rolling and see if we can get 3 more wins before we get 2 more losses. Whoa, surprise wardrobe change. This one was actually more noticeable. Here we are. Yeah, on the play here. Double undersimplify. We're gonna probably go ahead and just scry on turn 2, though. We need to find some lands, unless I rattle off a couple lands in a row. Still probably safest to do this, I think. Actually, no, we don't need to do this. We'd rather hold this on turn 2 open, and then on turn 4, if we miss another land drop, we can Young Blue Dragon for a land and still hold up counter. Perfect, yep, glad I did that. So I have no interaction versus a 3-1 right now. Yep, gonna pass here. Again, hold up counter. I know this is sorcery. Don't care about a 2-2 for 2, though. War Caller is very annoying. Glad we waited. And we drew the 4th land. Perfect. Well, that's worth drawing. Obviously need to find a white source, but that wasn't too bad. And if they want to use a burn spell on the Prowler, then we get to draw a card. The Beatles. I think I'm okay trading, though. We don't get to draw a card, but let's keep the board clear. That was another really nice draw. Get to go Pilgrim's Eye, grab a Plains. And yeah, I think we need to cast down the Beatles. If we don't, then they effectively get 2 2/2s with Menace, so yeah, while they could play a better card later, seems like that's a good play right now. It's fine. the gut. So they get to kill my Pilgrim's Eye. Oh! Interesting. I did not expect them to do 6 mana kill your dragon. That I'm okay with. Huh. I guess they were scared of me racing or something? That's very surprising. Okay. That Plains was actually another decent draw. Obviously drawing, that's great. So I could main phase this Rescuer to trigger the Pilgrim's Eye. Oh wait, no, that doesn't, never mind. I was gonna say to flicker the Pilgrim's Eye, but then we shuffle away our Astarion, that doesn't even make sense. Okay, only one card left in their hand. Feeling pretty good then. So it's smacking for 3. It sucks I don't get to hold up the Rescuer after playing Astarion, but they have one draw step because presumably they don't have a removal spell yet. And if we get to untap with this, that's probably a good game for us. Nice. That was a good draw too. For now though, it doesn't seem like we're in a rush. Hit them for 1, pass, ping them for another 1. Four 3 haste whenever it attacks. Oh, okay, this has a lot of abilities, but it's not too bad for us. I don't think I mind taking 5 here. That's good. I could be getting a little bit more aggressive, but I don't think we've needed to. I'll go ahead and trade the Rime Shield Frost Giant here, even though that means they get to draw 2 cards. The Priest. Need to find our Cridle. That's what we need to find. Just pass, huh? Interesting. Oh, Vampire Spawn was another good draw too. Alright, bashing for 1 in the air. Now I'm going to Deadly Dispute the Pilgrim's Eye, Flicker the Spawn, response, we get to Rescuer our OG. Okay, that's fine. We can bounce a island and replay the island. Still flicker. And then drain them for a bunch now, because we got double Vampire Spawn plus the 1 damage poke from the Pilgrim's Eye. So lots of different ways we can win. Let's go ahead and Pilgrim's Eye first. Grab an island, thin out our deck. And then cast Contact main phase. Definitely want to get the looter online as well. And we just win next turn with Pilgrim's Eye. Hit him for 1, drain him for 1. Or hit him for 1, poke him for 1. We don't mind the vampire spawn going to the graveyard because we also have the summon undead we can draw, so that's good for us. Ah, they get to kill my Pilgrim's Eye? Okay, funny. Well, they're not dead yet. Come on, looter. Wow, okay. Interesting. So, this, if they top deck another removal spell, we could definitely lose. That's crazy. Liara is pretty freaking spicy. Huh. Sure. Wow. Yeah, and I can't even block that. Okay. That's not bad, but doesn't win. It also does not win. It is good, though. I don't think we want the Pilgrim's Eye. Man, this is actually turning into a pretty close game, because with the Liara, the giant fire beetles also become huge. The beginning of combat. Holy smokes, yeah. Oh, wait, they only get +1/+1. They don't get +1/+1 for each one. Never mind. So they can kill the Twinga and then deal 3 damage that lasts forever on my Rhyme Shield. That's pretty good. Okay, we can sit on this one. No rush. This game turned out pretty crazy. I don't know how many more lands I have left, though. 10, 11, 12... 13 are accounted for. I don't think I counter that. Let's trade here and then float 2 damage on our librarian. Go ahead and loot end of turn, try to find something that immediately wins, and that indeed does. Perfect. Beautiful. All right. We knew we had outs like that. We just had to go and find them. Whew. Well, that was almost scary, though. They started finding some action, and I wasn't drawing much, but luckily we were pretty stable for the most part. And yeah, now we're 5-1. Tank top change was effective. Let's go to the next game. On to game number 7 we go. This is not a keep, sadly. No Pilgrim's Eyes, and a bunch of dirtle junk. Ship it down to 6. That looks much better here. Let's go ahead and pitch the 5-drop, keep all of our cheaper spells. Hopefully they don't do something too relevant on turn 2, and then we just get to counter something. That is actually very annoying. And like, if they attack and play out their second copy of Soldiers, I don't really want to counter it. Because it's just a 2-1. That's worth it. Thank you. Glad they played something I was happy to counter. Go ahead and just grab up Plains immediately with our Pilgrim's Eye. We want to play Pilgrim's Eye before spawn because it's still a good trade for us there, and that way we get the scry value with the librarians without shuffling immediately after, you know? Oh, okay. Good enough value. Alright, we will definitely draw both of those. And the nice thing about drawing the redirection is we have contact other plane in our hand, so even if we go land pass next turn, if they don't cast anything worth countering, we just get to cast the contact other plane. Like, yeah, I'm not going to bother countering that, obviously. I don't think we want Krydle. I will keep the OG. I think I'm going to pass one more turn with our counter open. They play a bunch of crap that I don't want to counter. Would love it if you would play something I would want to counter here. Actually, you know what? I think I pass again since we drew another land this turn, because now next turn I can play Pilgrim's Eye, grab a Swamp, and then hold up Direction again. We do want to get this OG online, though, for our Vampire Spawn synergies. But at this point, it's better just to wait, I feel like. Alright, good enough. I don't want to sit on that forever. We have too many good things we can do in our hand. I know if I wait too much longer, they're just going to build up a huge board state and I'm going to get super punished. Damn unlucky. If we could cast that for free next turn, that would be so good. Let's go OG. Scry 2, gain 2. Pretty nice. We'll take both of those. And then I guess Vampire Spawn. Flicker the OG again. Gain another 2. Keep the cards on top. Actually, I'm going to draw the Chwinga first. No, I guess we'll draw Grim Bounty. We're going to keep the Ettercap in Adventure Zone, or whatever, Exile Zone for now, because Green-White does have... Well, all colors have access to some dragons, so... In case they have a random flyer, it's going to be safer to wait on that. I wonder if I'm actually supposed to Grim Bounty their Unicorn. Yeah, exactly. I do like the fact that they're main phasing this. I don't think we mind a double block on one of these. That's fine. So now we go Unicorn, Death. Pilgrim's Eye. Flicker the vampire spawn, get another drain for 2. Oh, why did I think I was going to be able to hold up my Twinga with this? Whoops. Okay, well, shuffled away my Twinga. No big deal. I don't know. I mean, this is not much of a board presence. The Eder Cap has reach too, so it's not like we have any aggression. Might be better to flicker the OG and get some more scry action going, you know? Interesting. I'm just going to throw the Pilgrim's Eye in front. I don't think it would be bad to force them to use a trick by putting the spawn underneath, but I'd rather keep both spawns just in case. It's fine. Sure. So, let's preserve this, and now we're gonna go kill their flyer. Attack with both. Hope that they don't have the 5 damage attack spell. Then we'll play out the Eder Cap. Flicker our spawn. Drain 2 again. Hold the Prowler so that we can double spell again for the OG. That is annoying. I think this time I'm going to flicker the OG for the scry. There's Astarion, beautiful. Pass. We actually get to undersimplify their other Ranger Squadron unless they play a land out from their hand. That's kind of unfortunate. So I take 1 trample damage, sure. Okay, let's attack with... I think all of these. I get to draw a card if they block the Prowler. Oh, do you have another trick? Jeez. Can't undersimplify that one either. Okay. Well, they have to play a little bit conservatively, though, but their next Ranger that they cast is going to be huge, right? It's going to be a 5/6. Yeah. Good draw. We get to go double spell here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dragonborn, Flicker Vampire Spawn, combo with Astarion. Yeah. We're still looking really, really nice. Pass. Hit him for 2 more. Oof, I take 9 in the air? 10 in the air, even? That's kind of brutal, actually. Sheesh. Hey, that is a great draw. That just wins, right? Yes. So, what we can do here is... summon Undead, hold priority. Target it with Undersimplify. Flicker our Vampire Spawn. Yep, GG's. Not that I needed to do this, but it was a definite clever play, cute play. All right. And we're sitting at a lovely 6-1. Let's see if we can pull off one more win. Wow, a third wardrobe change. How lucky you guys are. No. My gym class had a set timing, so I had to make sure I got to it. Anyway. We are here for the final round. I have to remember what this deck is. Esper, good stuff, but we are baseline blue-black, right? We only have 2 planes, right? Yeah. I'd keep this with a swamp, but ship that down to 6 here on the play. That's a good-looking 6. I think we are going to lose the Frost Giant. Yeah, let's do that. Then we'll go for the turn 1 Mind Spike, take a peek at what's going on. Okay, so they only have creatures and lands in their hand. And that is a pretty unfortunate one to see on turn 1. Gosh darn it. Okay. Well, this might be over quickly for us. Probably just going to counter whatever they cast here and then Pilgrim's Eye next turn. Yeah, for sure. It's definitely worth it because that's effectively countering 2 creatures. Go grab a swamp, and legit, I might Grim Bounty that War Caller, depending on how this plays out. You have to remember, the War Caller doesn't just give anything in their hand at the moment haste, it will also give future creatures haste, so that is a very annoying 1-drop. One of the better 1-drops, if not the best 1-drop in the format, right? Yeah, see? Another double teamer with haste. So, gotta unfortunately bounty. Hit him for 1. We'll go down to 14. Probably want to run out the librarians before we run out the spawn. Now, we know their hand at the time when we cast it on turn 1 didn't have any non-land, non-creature spells. It's like okay, but probably not good enough. So I'm going to leave back my Pilgrim's Eye here and signify that I want to double block. That's not a good sign. Alright, in that case, I'm going to take it because I would like to copy my librarians. But I'm guessing this game is probably not looking so good for us, eh? Alright, let's attack. I wonder if they have patricians or whatever it's called. And they're thinking about taking off the double team, but not killing my librarian. Okay, well, that worked out. Oh, so maybe it's the +2/+0 trick that draws a card. Oh, interesting. So maybe that's all they had. At any rate. Don't think we need another Pilgrim's Eye, and we're definitely going to run out the Vampire Spawn. I think we're 6-1 right now, so even if we lose this, it's not the end of the world. Okay, that's a good sign. So now they can't really afford to attack this turn. Decent draw. Let's go ahead and main phase. Not bad. Cridle. Don't think Cridle's quite good enough. Actually, I guess it is. And I'm going to go ahead and pass here and hold up Undersimplify instead of playing out the Cridle. The reason I kept the Cridle is that we can give itself unblockable. Damn, that's too bad. Couldn't Undersimplify that. So our blocks are medium, but not garbage. I think we're going to double block here. It's a free roll kill. I think I'm gonna go down to 1, and I have to double block one of the menace creatures too. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sorry, we'll go to 2. But they only get to kill a vampire spawn and nothing else. Dispute's good, so we're gonna play out the vampire spawn, go back up to 4. And once again, I think we just pass here with Deadly Dispute and Undersimplify open, though we might not actually get anything to counter anymore. Man, like I was saying, these vampire spawn just do so much work. That's a problem. Well, now we're dead. Okay. Actually, I guess I'm not. I go block, 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 take 3, go to 1. So, chump, eat, bounce, chump. Vampire spawn. Or Pilgrim's Eye, sack. Oh, you know what? That's gonna be worth it too. Go back the spawn. Perfect. Oh no, we can't cast down Ambergris. Oh, that's super awkward. Damn. Yeah, that's bad. All of their creatures are still lethal, so it looks like we're probably dead here. Maybe they don't have anything in their hand. Oh. Yeah, so now they discard all 3 cards and pump their team by 3, right? Yeah. So I have to go like this. I have to kill the menace creature. Double block here, and then go chump, chump. We keep our 2/4. We kill the Ambergris. Not technically dead. Damn it, they had to have multiple creatures there. That's so unfortunate. Okay, good beats. Was there could I have double blocked Ambergris on an earlier turn? I don't think I could have, right? I think the Ambergris as the last card in their hand was just way too good. And you can't cast it down because it's a legendary. Okay, 6 and 2. Playing for that coveted trophy. One more game, win or lose. Game 9, the finals. We are on the draw. Hand looks good. In the previous game, I could have just undersimplified the Ambergris as well to like shrink its power. But I didn't think that was good enough. Oh, another aggro deck. Yeah, another red-white aggro. Okay. Well, this is unfortunate. If we don't find a land next turn, we're gonna lose. Or if we had been on the play here, that would have been so much better for us, but... land gives us a shot. Yeah, I'm gonna trade here. Okay, that was good. Sure. Hey, and we found the land too. Okay. I actually think I like running out the vampire spawn then instead. Because they don't have a good attack without using a removal spell or a trick. And then if we miss on a land next turn, we can cast the Pilgrim's Eye. I like these undersimplifies, but they are a little bit awkward when you're on the draw and the opponent starts curving out from turn 1. So I think we're just gonna no blocks here because they have the unicorn activation, and then next turn we can play out our Death Toucher to block and have counter open. Okay. Good. Very nice. Wow, that was a fantastic counter. Did find another land as well. So I'm gonna poke in for 2 this turn. And then just cast out the Rhyme Shield Frost Giant, I think. What I could also do is go for the Rescuer on the Pilgrim's Eye. Make sure I get a 6 land for Astarion. Actually, maybe that's slightly better. Yeah, I'm gonna do that, actually. I should have attacked for 1 with the Pilgrim's Eye, but I didn't think I was gonna do this until... Or I didn't decide to do this until after I'd already attacked, so... -1 damage. Okay, that's okay. We're gonna take 2 here. Not a big deal. Oh, or if they pump that, I'm fine to trade. I'm gonna trade with the 2/2 and keep the Pilgrim's Eye as a blocker for a flyer later on. So that whatever that 1 card is in their hand is just a creature, so they only have 1 unknown, which means they might not have a removal spell. Oh. They just give up? Maybe they didn't realize that was going to sacrifice at end of turn. Yeah, the Goblin Trapfinder doesn't just draw a card. Ooh, that was a good draw for them. But we can trade that with the Vampire Spawn. Actually, it's really awkward for them to attack. Yeah. So let's see. I mean, the Lulu is slightly a problem, no doubt. But I can't really afford to trade off my Astarion quite yet. This gives other things flying, though, right? No, that's only the enters once. Okay, so that doesn't actually matter all that much. Man. That sucks. That had to be one of their best, huh? Oh, and I didn't even get the life gain from it, so... Yeah, we might be dead now. We're gonna take 3 here. At least. That's brutal. Wow. That seems very unlucky. And we're doing some flooding out. Okay, good beats. Ugh. So maybe I should have attacked on that 1 turn with the Astarion just to gain 4, and it would have traded with their 4/2? I don't know. Okay, that's a start. Still pretty far behind. They've been missing land drops, so they have spells in their hand, plus they have the gate. can't double block, otherwise they can just pump. I need to draw, like, Contact Another Plane or whatever. The card that draws multiple cards. Okay. Pretty sure I'm only running 16 lands too, right? Didn't I decide to run 16? Man, we drew like 10 or 11 lands there. Huh. So there were a few things I could have done differently. Like on that turn that the 5-3 attacked, I could have not blocked, and the 5-3 would have had to have blocked this when I attacked, so I would have drawn a card that was a little bit different. Could have attacked with the Astarion. Could have held the Rescuer, I guess. But I needed to buy the land to cast the Astarion in the first place, so man, that sucked. 6-1 into 6-3 is not ideal, but good beats. Sometimes that's the way it goes. Anyways, fun little deck. Got little Esper Flicker nonsense. I can't talk right now. So that was a fun one. 3 Pilgrim's Eyes, 2 Vampire Spawns with the OG was super good. We had a bunch of good synergy with the OG and the Vampire Spawn in multiple games. Yeah, hit that like and subscribe button. I appreciate y'all tuning in for this Baldur's Gate nonsense. And we'll see you back tomorrow for another video. Thanks.